Alrighty. It's a good afternoon, a good morning, a good evening. Welcome. Hi. If you're watching this on recording, thank you for doing so. And if you're watching this on recording, check your clock. And if it's between the hours of midnight and 5 a.m. while you're watching this on recording, consider going to bed. I would say that to people who are here live, but there's only like a couple people who are over in the time zone, so that's applicable at anyway. Let's God. Let's cover a couple things. I know that we've found Harry's car. You know what? Thank you. Thank you for the intro music, Shuttle. I'm doing all right. No, I hopped onto the server real quick just to like check on a couple things. Yeah. Nah, but I checked on a couple things on the server, and there were a bunch of skeleton horses on my roof, and one that was on the ground. I'm pretty sure it killed the traveling merchant that you brought in. I'm sorry. But I was like, oh man, I'm trying to do stuff. I was like, hey, we got work I'm on the clock. I got a job to get done. I was gonna do this real quick. But now I gotta like find all of the Skeleman horses, and then I have to kill Skelehorses. Skelehorses don't deserve that. That's mean. And maybe it was most likely just a spawn from the lightning. Because that is a thing that'll happen in this mod pack. When lightning strikes, that sometimes skeletons arrive on horseback. It's one of the events they have set up. So technically it was Robo's fault after all this whole time. It's fine. Anywho, it's really not a big deal. But anywho, we've got some Disco Elysium to play. Yeah, because he was in the area, and you only need to have the chunk rendered in order for the skeletons to be able to pop up. You don't actually have to like be in the same chunk. And like I've seen that happen in previous mod packs that use the same like event add-on. And they don't necessarily show up close. They usually show up wherever you have rendered. And they show up wherever the lightning strikes. Hence why they were on my roof, where I have a lightning rod. Which makes far more sense. Let's reestablish connection to Disco Elysium. Listen, I knew it was one of you rascals. Anyway. I have a stable, yeah. I don't have a specific horse stable, but it's a general, like, barn with spaces where horses could go. I'm gonna grab a different critter than a horse, though, for travel. If I can find one. Because, you'll understand. You'll understand. It'll be great. Alright, let's continue. Either I'm playing on my for funsies and science run. Nope, we're back here. Perfect.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years.
Oh,
but
don't
you
worry
can
about that.
still make
I'll
out
grab a
Fell
skeletal horse of my
Electrical
own.
RND. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, "Tomorrow is just a whisper away."
Looks like tomorrow never came.
Oh yeah, get coffee. Starbucks charges nothing now. It's empty. What's with this fence? Fence like this. No way on from there. Alright, let's haul some ass. Let's go along dusty windows.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years. Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it. And a small layer of white salt from the sea.
No, I won't even try. You know, I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
Oof. Can you still shoot them?
Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I pass my shooting courses 7 out of 10.
Jamais vu. Derealization. Jamais vu. The opposite of déjà vu. Not already seen, but never seen. Everything that should be familiar appears strange and new, like some half-forgotten day in your childhood. Only now. That's the feeling you've been having. And for who knows how long. You should go and ask Joyce Messier about this. What world are we in? This is a fundamental question.
Okay. Every orb clicked. That's insane. Alright, let's try and find a way in. It was like tasty fermentation. Okay, there's the boardwalk. One of our reviewers has been over for years.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
What is it?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear.
Something's not right here.
The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose. A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
Hold on.
The lieutenant squats next to the corpse and examines his face. Two bulging eyes stare back at him, void of any signs of life.
Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is, he's been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom made. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into two. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Yeah, it'd be absorbing any rain that comes through here.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
Yesterday man
The
himself.
man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol. 3 bottles of wine or 1.5 of spirits. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his moustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist. A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
It's just the one at the back of his
Seems like
head.
the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
Yeah.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet. He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him. A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It's mid-market spirits with a slight touch of menthol. The man meant to enjoy himself, have a good time.
Tear all around us.
Mm-hmm.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall. The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too.
Oof.
Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there. Solidified on his lower rear teeth.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here.
Yeah.
But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
At least this man knew how to party. Imagine the same scene without the bottle. Now that would be just sad.
I think Little's gonna go a bit premature. We don't know anything yet. And, this is what we're witnessing here is the demise of a great party piece, a leather jacket, and an empty vodka bottle. No, I don't think we are. But I do think labeling it as an alcoholic is pretty premature. It could be that, but we would need to do more like...
We do know that he was married.
Fuck.
But
yeah.
you're right. Let's not run ahead. For now, all we know is that he's an unidentified middle-aged man found dead on the Martinez boardwalk.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Avenir?
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
And what about the... What about the kebab? I don't know.
What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the parks.
Right.
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
What should we do with them?
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, Or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
Alright, what about
A
field
field
autopsy?
autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me.
Fair enough.
I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work.
Yeah.
Good call. The guys at processing can take care of the rest.
I don't see anything at the station. I don't want to spend time on it. We found him. We should finish this.
Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking the case.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin. 2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka. No,
Jesus.
there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
A tragedy.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol. It's no older than a day or two. No mold yet. It's hard to concentrate in this.
Mm-hmm. Now, how do we get in this building? I would like to enter this building. How may I enter this building? I remember getting into this building at some point. I don't remember how. What the fuck is that? Hang on. Actually, hang on.
The library card is folded into 2 and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53. Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too. If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours, 900 to 1800.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Mejean.
Good idea. There was plenty of information here to go by.
There's a guy over here. I think these are the,
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
His self-conscious enthusiasm renders his movements ungainly. He looks like your understanding of a scientist.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Why is he labeled? All right.
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
The cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
Yeah, Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
Ah, the water lock's been fixed. It was fine when I crossed it.
Oh, good. We should really be getting back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Cool.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the Phasmid has taken the bait. Then we go in.
Well, Lena seems pretty yet. Tell me about this Phasmid you're looking for.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
What have you discovered about it so far?
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
So no one's ever found one?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
I know it's real.
Brusquely enough that he seems to be taken aback
It's
by it.
clear that his obsession with the Phasmid is driven by something more than the pure pursuit of scientific advancement.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian Phasmid is more than mere superstition.
Maybe it's died out.
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
Parthenogenesis?
Yes. The females don't need males to reproduce. Makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions.
That's pretty clever.
Yes, the Insulindian Phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I'll try my best to remain dispassionate.
I'll get going. The fuck are you on about? Can I shoot you?
I'm Gary. How do you do, officer? Yellow man. I mean,
The lieutenant raises his eyebrow. Yellow man. That sounds awfully...
That's a
I'm just
racist.
waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
Not all over the great outdoors?
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
Ah, well. Nobody's perfect. I'm sure you've been tempted to drink.
Oh, I've been tempted. But someone has to stay strong for Revocol.
God, I hope you die.
He pronounces Revocol with a hard K, unlike other people.
Is this your mug?
My mug? Why would you think that?
His eyes widen at the sight of the mug. He's seen it before, all right.
You know, that's not something many people go around saying, yeah?
Really? I hear it all the time. All in jest, of course. No offense meant to anyone.
Mm-hmm. Did I mention the mug was found at the scene of a lynching?
Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer.
No, you're not.
You're not going to find me, are you?
No, Gary, I just want information.
Ooh. Thank you. You won't regret this. I won't use I don't know what got into me, really. Work has been stressful lately. Damn Koiko's price dumping us out of competition.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
Here we go. Start pumping that sweet info.
How did you get into the trash container?
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services. CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
Why'd you need to get in everyone's trash?
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Chimeans run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Can you put the clothes of a murder victim, the man who was hanged by the whirling eggs, into that trash container?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Yeah, go for it.
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Okay.
Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly. Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty.
It's evidence tampering.
As he shifts uncomfortably, a series of clicks, like the clinking of glass beads against one another as they roll across a hardwood floor. You've heard this sound before, but where?
You wouldn't know anything about the victim's missing armor, would you?
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
An infant could see he's not telling the truth, but he's too scared to admit more wrongdoing. There's something going on here. You should observe him more closely after this topic is
Yeah,
concluded.
what's that strange
What
sound?
sound?
I think you know what I'm
I
talking
haven't
about.
the slightest. There's lots of weird stuff out here in the reeds, though. Insects, trash.
No,
Could
it's
be
the sound
wind
of
shifting
military-grade
some garbage
ceramics.
nearby.
The sound you heard was not the sound of something easily abandoned.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I could help your investigation, in my small way.
Wait, does this mean you've been in his apartment on Everart's behalf? That was his colonial mug collection. Perhaps this could soften him up further.
Is it Revocol?
I like to pronounce it the hard way, the old way, the Vespertine way.
He winks at you, trying to relay some hidden message, inviting you to mispronounce it too.
Yeah, he's the racist guy.
Perhaps it's a secret rite, a very fringe nationalist handshake, probably.
I told you everything I know, sir.
He's not
Okay.
feeling too comfortable in his own skin. Uncomfortable shifting around doesn't make him the killer, though.
No, it's that he
something
stole the
else.
body armor. An apartment in Martinez?
Sure do, officer.
His eyes narrow slightly. He's wondering where this is going.
Have you found your door open, Lily? Are you and you're a big man from Helmdall, man? fan?
How?
With all your other colonialist memorabilia.
But why were you in my apartment, officer?
I'm just doing Mr. Clare a small favor.
So you work for Everard Clare? Officer, please tell him we're good. No, what have I done? He'll send the muscle after me.
As he lowers his tone, he hunches his back.
Our discussion on this topic is over, Gary.
Of course. I won't.
This scared him proper. He's positively.
The way the vein has turned, he cannot be unturned.
He clearly liked his squirming. He may even have changed his mind about the whole door opening operation.
72%, we have a decent chance of getting this.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
Something worn underneath it.
Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives.
So you're a connoisseur of high-quality combat gear.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once. I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
We're not detecting falsehood, sire. He's gearing up to admit the truth.
Gary, what's going on?
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
No, you've got explaining to do.
Give me that armor now.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat. But so light to hold, like a bag of cotton.
Alright. Why'd you really put those clothes in the trash?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they'd scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling. So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here. Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have...
Fuck off.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Seolite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
They were thoroughly conservative men, he realizes suddenly. It's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks of this historic apology. His face does not belie emotions.
Do you know who killed the hanged man?
I always thought it was the Union, but I sure as hell won't go around saying that anymore. You have my word. I don't know, and I won't be running my mouth on this subject anymore.
This is all he knows.
Are we done here?
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again. I won't mess with Mr. Clare either. You have my word.
Whatever. Thanks for your cooperation. These military blockades are riddled with bullet holes. Buoy bombs in the water. It says number 11. It's almost impossible to get a fire going this near to the ocean, so why do they have a fireplace here? Is there no further path that way? Okay, that's fine. Looks like there's a path there, but not a good one. Alright. Hang on, what's up? It's from the west. The source is upstream. A broken pipe? Maybe. A black swallow circles above you. You hear it chirp. Not allowed over on this side. Alright. Flower shop where nothing grows. Maybe in the spring it would. Street sign is legible below the graffito. So detailed colors warm and welcoming or cozy though. Oop. Auto-saving apparently.
A drop in temperature, an easy flow there. An empty street, Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps. Just silence.
Smoke smell like.
Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. An elm tree watches over the building. Its branches are dripping with rain and snow. The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction in the distance.
And the people who live across the
A
road.
tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. 4, 18, 21, 4, 1. A modern washing machine rattles a drawer full of silverware.
What about the bus stop?
Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to school. It has not run for 8 years. There were not enough girls to sustain its cost.
And the road?
Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until heavy trucks full of black pitch rolled in. The landowners have filled the craters with money. It is a vital artery of the flow of trade. There's one bump on the road. A dead dog lies flat about 200 paces away, right at the turn. Tragedy comes from the wheels of a fast RCM vehicle, hurrying to work. The cold washes over you. The sound of the sea has grown distant.
Wow, we killed that dog.
The wind moves the aerosol.
We're terrible people.
Detective
We're like here, I think. Guess we can't get to that building. Can't see the house was. Yeah, of course not. Why would you be able to do that? Also, skills. We've got 2 skill points, and I know one of them needs to be used over here. Cool. Cool. Sure. Hmm. No, that's stupid. Okay. I don't know what any of these do. We're internalizing rigorous self-critique. Hmm. No way to boost that? That's fair. What are these doing in the fish?
Hi, officer.
A net picker. Sword in a scabbard hangs from her hip. What?
Anything I can help you with?
Where are we exactly?
Fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Illisible. The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
Fair enough.
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions. And that was actually the second one.
It's true.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts.
Nice sword. Does it come with a story?
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks mostly.
Oh, wait, do you know how to use it?
Not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a tough spot.
Fair enough.
But not when you're in a tight spot.
It is imposing.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation.
I like the lure earrings that she's got going on. What do you need intimidation
From
tactics?
time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And what makes you think we haven't?
Fair enough.
The truth is that almost everyone in this life is scared and tired and stupid and too dull for that. That goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother them. Like anyone falls for that.
It's fair.
That does not go for real men. It does not go for you. Show her. Show her the wonder.
Fuck off.
Coach means the expression.
Most people I've met are scared.
No one wants to talk about how frightened they are. But only frightened people are really dangerous. And plenty of them are dangerous.
Mm-hmm. So where are all the men now?
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
Oh, where's your husband now?
Gone.
Gone where?
To the waves. The sea took him. It was a long time ago. He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later.
Fuck.
Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
Mm-hmm.
She really likes those muscles, though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy.
So they let go and move on. Gotta keep the wheel spinning.
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better drunk.
I'll be seeing you. We're not doing that. Yeah, the creek beneath your weight. You see a school of fish swimming in the kelp. Nice. Oh yeah, can I, There's a fast travel, hang on. Going back here. because we gotta call in a thing. Tools. Get this out of my hand, please.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
I'll pick up the radio again.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
I reported body on the Martinez boardwalk.
One moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
Yep. Unidentified middle-aged man, height 170 to 175 centimeters, dark hair, medium build. Looks like he slipped, fell through a hole in the boardwalk, and hit his head against the metal bench.
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him.
Thanks for
and
the hydrant
traces of
stretch.
vomit on his shirt.
Ugh.
Any signs of violence?
Mm-mm.
No field autopsy necessary.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes?
Yep. Boots, trousers, old leather jacket with bright blue lining. Found a library card from his pockets.
Any information on the library card?
Yep. Central Jamrock Public. It's someone, Billy Majon.
Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else?
We'll take the case.
I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue.
Thank you.
That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Yeah, could you connect me to Jamrock Public?
Hold on, officer. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
I'm looking for any information that you can provide on Billy Majon, reader.
Billy Majon, you said. Give me a moment, I'll have to check our database. Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Majon's home address, is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately.
Home address is fine.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Capeside Apartments, it says. That's all.
Fair enough.
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it?
Number 20? We've been to number 20. Any information on Billy Majon?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day.
Do you know someone who was?
Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Majon? They returned a Tybalt book the other day.
Maurice, what? A woman yells. Then, yes. Okay, if it was the police, she starts explaining something.
Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet.
Alright, do you know the husband's name?
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight.
Okay. I have no other questions. Yeah.
Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
Mhm.
Anything else you need from me?
Done with the radio for now.
7th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a...
Yeah. So the apartment complex, we gotta go back to it. That means going this way. Okay.
Whoa, what have we here?
A bridge?
A bridge with loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if there ever was one.
I guess I'll have to take my
Yes,
chances.
so just be careful out there. One false step could cost you dearly.
Yeah, we watched a dude who died from a similar situation. It's, Alright, apartment 20. Oh, is it this one?
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says
No. Ah, this is a dead end. All right, well.
Give me a moment.
I don't know, Billy John. Do you know where she lives?
It's about Victor, isn't it? It's always about Victor with her. You'll find the Maisons in apartment 20 upstairs. It's one of those doors on the balcony.
Thank you. This way to the balcony.
a weathered brown door. The number reads 20. Something smells good. Soup allons yo. The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock.
Hello? Who is it?
And someone turns down the radio.
Is this Billy Majon's home? This is the police. Please open the door.
The police? A moment, please give us a moment.
Some shuffling inside, yeah.
Tidying up. Nervously.
Come in, the door is open.
Ah, this is fucked. Red Astra.
It's you from the book stand.
Yeah, it looks like you from another
I
thing.
don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade? We're out of coffee.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now. Your condensation from stepping inside.
Thanks, but I'm alright.
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what.
She stops her eyes trying to read the answers from your face.
Keep it together. You don't want your body language to tell her the news.
Sorry, I'm rambling. It's just that Victor often gets into all kinds of trouble. So, how can I help you?
How about some small talk before you break the news?
You live here with Victor, your husband, right?
It's me, Victor, and the kids here. We have 2 daughters, Jenny and Jolie.
How old are your daughters?
Jolie is 16 and Jenny is turning 18 next month.
And where is everyone? I don't see no home.
The girls are staying at their friend's place tonight. And Victor is out.
She swallows visibly.
Where?
He has a problem with drinking, and so he disappears every now and then. He's probably in the box drinking with his friends. I sent him to the library a few days ago, but I guess something came up.
Did he make it to the library?
No, I guess I'll find out when he decides to come back home. It shouldn't be long from now. He's never gone for more than a few days.
Alright, what are you supposed to do in the library?
Just to return a book of mine. Why?
Was it the
Why
Glinting
all
Curve by
those
M. Tybalt?
questions, Detective? Yes.
Do you remember what he was wearing when you last saw
His
him?
old leather jacket.
Can you describe it?
It's just your average brown leather jacket, but he bought it as a teenager, so...
No distinctive features?
No, well, the lining is hand-sewn. It's blue. I tried to make the thing more weatherproof since he's running around with it in the middle of winter.
I must have to
She
tell you.
folds her hands across her chest.
Have you
How
been?
have I been? You're not
Can't write a scene without knowing the actors. Ask more.
Too much
Get
small talk.
comfortable around her.
Fuck.
She looks up, too anxious to say anything. I don't want to.
Wait, what?
There has been enough pain. I don't want to do this.
We have to tell. Like, we have to.
She looks up, too anxious to say, I don't want to. I don't want to do this.
Say what?
Officer.
Too late. You ruined it. Just say it now.
Sometimes I feel like some of these runs are, like, guaranteed impossible.
She looks up, too anxious. You've done this before. Just keep your focus.
I was found dead on the Martinez boardwalk. Yeah.
What did you say?
Your husband, Victor Majon, is dead. I'm very sorry for your loss, man.
Oh. Oh. But he was just...
But he was just here. Alive.
Yeah.
We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you.
I don't want to see how you fumble
Take
this.
your time, man.
What happened to him?
He fell through a hole in the boardwalk and hit his head.
Was he drunk?
We don't know yet, but we will let you know when the results arrive.
I see. And you just found him there, lying in the cold.
Yeah.
How long had he been there?
If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever.
It couldn't have been long.
She blinks, eyes welling up with tears, as her hand starts searching for something from the pockets of her dress. The handkerchief. A small, terrified smile quivers on her face as she takes the handkerchief and wipes away the tears. She looks disoriented.
Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend, a family member, someone who could be here for you?
No, no. I just need to tell my girls. God, should I call them? Should I tell them to come home?
No. A day.
Take a day to recover. You'll be better when they come home tomorrow.
Good. That's probably the right thing. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him?
We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number in case you want to contact him earlier.
Answer leaflet with Morgana.
A very good
Yeah.
call.
How do you just have that on you?
Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still...
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'll call if...
These are her last reserves of strength. Her muscles will give in soon. Already, she starts to shake.
Yeah.
We should step outside and talk.
And on that joyful note, we're going to take a short break. Have some game chops. Stretch your legs. Breathe deeply. Look into the middle distance of the cosmos. And what have you. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Just gonna take a minute. Jesus fucking Christ. right. Of course it's Cyan's theme after that. Anyway, hey, welcome back. Let's continue, shall we?
You did well.
What now?
I'll call the station when we're finished with the day, and let them know the name of the deceased.
Okay. What about Bill and your kids?
They'll manage.
Fair enough. That's it?
That's it. We should get back to our case now that our duty here is done.
Alright.
Let's go.
Actually, I need to check. After 2100. Is HE coordination. Titus Hardy, which isn't necessarily useful. Isabel Lillian, the nameless fishing village down the coast. Sign Everett's document. Singers was secured. Mail the document to Everett's accountant using the mailbox on the plaza front of the Whirling. Don't know that I want to do that one. Joyce's info on the lynching. I do have... I have my badge now, so I can go talk to Joyce. Let's get that out of the way. While we're waiting for that 9 o'clock run.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I found a badge, by the way.
Love, you did.
Fast, observantly, like an electronic printer.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious.
Mm-hmm.
What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
How about you share your information on the lynching, now that you've seen his badge?
The goalposts have moved, Lieutenant. In the absence of the badge, I have informed my employer there will be a probe. I cannot rescind that promise. To my knowledge, the drivers are still at the roundabout. I will tell you everything I know when you've finished with them.
Alright, this is your plan all along?
My plan is to share information. The only way to do that now is by telling my employers you've kept your end, which I hope you will, because let me tell you, we are in dire waters.
Meaning, the information she has will raise the stakes in this game.
The sooner the probe is finished, the sooner I can share crucial information with you. Now, is there anything I can do for you in the meanwhile? Tea, perhaps?
Yeah, thanks. That's all for now. Being forced to run errands on both sides of the fucking situation is really goddamn annoying. Hang on, this is... that's probably the first floor door to the apartment complex. Alright, what do we need to do? I don't need to do that. Ask Kuno what he knows. Alright. Talk to goddamn Kuno. God. I love Kuno, but he is a little shit. Oh my god. I have to message someone. Apparently there's an automated message. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Hang on, before we... I'm gonna quick save. Yeah, and now we'll talk to Kuno again. Let's get to...
Necromancer pig? That shit was dark. Going in there like that. Oh, brutal shit. Tell me, Kuno dies. You're gonna pick one out of his brain like that too? Kuno's gonna go out in a hail of bullets. Gonna look like a fucking porcupine.
Porta Rosa, a side alley of the Boogie Street Spearhead. A young man in his early 20s approaches patrol officer Emile Mullins and asks for a cigarette. As Officer Mullins reaches in his coat pocket for the pack of Astra he just purchased this morning, the man shoots him point blank in his chest. Breathless, the patrol officer collapses in the gutter. His right hand is grabbing the armor on his chest. The bullet didn't pierce it, but he can't breathe. On the pavement, the patter of the perpetrator's feet growing distant. Bleed, pig, someone opens a window and says, but Emile cannot see who. His sight grows dim with pain.
I'll be there for you, Kuno.
Yeah.
Let's figure out what's going on with this kid.
It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S.
How?
Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life, like she's done something.
Gracious Muffin, welcome on in.
Bad.
We're investigating a murder.
She came up with that psychopathic scheme of screaming for help before. Kuno just wanted to talk to you about his name. Kuno S was the one who wound him up and directed him. Also, Kuno hasn't stopped talking to you, even enjoys it from time to time. When you talk to the other one, it's like talking to a cornered animal. She only hisses and says murder was the case that they gave her. And then there's the fact that she's a girl and appears to be a little younger, certainly smaller, and yet Kuno is afraid of her. What's up with that, Kuno?
Nice.
All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you whispering about!
She puts extra stress onto that word, expecting it will make you uncomfortable.
Yeah, she ain't trying to beat me with a bat while she says it though, so I don't give a fuck.
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up.
Alright.
Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
Yeah. Alright. She's out of her hair, she's fucked up. Nah, what's with her? She's terrifying. Crazy scary.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane. Dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in. Probably even pigs.
Stop talking to him! Kuno, I'm fucking warning you! You're gonna get us into shit!
That child has not murdered anyone.
She understands what you're trying to do.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell ya? Kuno told ya. Kuno talks to whoever he wants. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her so she can't read his lips.
do you mean she smoked someone?
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right. She's a killer. Like, actually a killer.
I don't believe this.
His little green eyes are fixed on yours.
He's full of shit right now.
He's meant everything he said before, but right now, he not only means it, he is sincere.
Well, she has Kuno. That would explain things.
Fucking yeah. Kuno knows you don't want to face this right now. This dark shit. Kuno faces this shit every day. Makes Kuno's skin crawl. She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has.
All right. How many cops did you kill then?
Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that.
The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes.
You think she has anything to do with the dead man?
Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno.
I knew a Kuno as a kid.
Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it.
Fair enough.
He speaks the truth, my liege.
Yeah. What's the language in the yeah?
Fuck knows. She says it's the Song of Air People or some shit. Crazy people. The fucking Nakis. I don't know.
She your sister?
Fuck no, she's not my sister. Yeah, she was just there.
Or maybe only behind the
What was
fence.
that, Kuno?
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark.
A shoe cupboard just off to the right. Have you been to this place?
All the way there with the janitor's closet?
Yeah, that's the place. She was just balled up near the closet, psycho style.
Oh, she's dripping wet.
Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner, every time Kuno went out. I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home and she's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes, like a dog.
About your parents.
Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there, or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
Insane?
She's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho, cat burning shit. She does the real deal.
Real deal?
Snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know.
Oh, God.
And he doesn't even want to think about it. This isn't just another boast.
How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. C doesn't either. Kuno's got this shit under control.
Hey, you need backup, I'm here for you.
Listen. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C. You fuck with Kuno. You threaten her. You threaten to take her away.
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You understand?
I can respect that.
Alright. Now we can do business.
Fuck yes. All right.
Yeah? What do you want? Kuno can hook you up with...
Oh, don't hook him up with shit, Kuno.
See? Relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit. Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Pig hooker. That's right. Kuno's a candy store for pigs now. Get ready to be rewarded.
We're good on that.
The fuck do you want with it?
Almost play cover with powder residue. Nah, I don't want to fucking...
Good call, Pigmeister. Kuno doesn't fucking care.
All right. Is this a completed quest or like I feel like I still all right, whatever. I feel like it would be crossed off, right? I'm not going to smoke. That's for tomorrow. We've got tattoos possible meeting. That's for evening time stuff. HE coordination. I really need to establish authority. Yeah, here's all the done ones. Which, yeah. Yeah, we don't need to do that one anymore. God. We know it's not the same gun as our gun. Yeah, I don't want to... I feel like finding some fucking speed and snorting it for this guy would be not the best idea since we already woke up with full-blown amnesia. I feel like that kills people. When you already have some sort of brain fuckery going on, like something's gone wrong in the brain chemistry. I don't think adding amphetamines to that is going to fix the problem. Like, I've got the Adahudas, so like I have a prescription for a stimulant. But like if I have a concussion, I'm going to take a while before I take those meds again. I don't know. I just feel like... I gotta be careful. There is...
Kuno's like Kuno's dad. Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything. Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on.
Okay.
Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Streets going mad. Kuno's got to throw his dirty popo man at it. Don't take for fucking ever. Kuno doesn't...
I don't need to do this child any fucking favors. Alright. Okay, this building overlooks the whole fucking yard. We gotta check it out.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Yeah.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
Oh, it's a book lady.
She thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to this?
This is the police. Please open the door.
Officer, I thought you were...
No, it's fine.
The doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
Fair enough.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead. You ring the doorbell, but no one.
That's one hell of a doorbell sound.
What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair.
Yeah. Boxing for young athletes and gym. This is the other fucking building. Okay, okay.
All you hear is static, but no one answers the call. You ring the doorbell, but nothing. You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore.
Thanks, Kuno.
You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything. You can almost hear them breathe.
Anyone there?
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
That's not a person.
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly. Wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA? There's no Tricentennial Electrics on the list.
Was calling Slipstream SEA.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
Sorry?
It's you. My God. I didn't think I I would hear your voice again.
It's a woman, and she knows you.
No, I don't.
Your heart beats faster. She must be mistaking you for someone else.
Yeah.
Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it.
I don't trust you, Drama.
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
What did I do?
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally meet again.
She sounds like she's about to cry. She doesn't answer. Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay. Another seagull passes by.
I don't know what happened either.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read. Silence. No one's home at Fortress Accident. Silence. No one answers the doorbell. Silence. No one answers your call. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't. This button looks new, but someone has.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier, and, alright, maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner. There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell, waiting for her to answer the call. It's cold outside, and you can hear the wind blowing into the speaker.
Can you unlock this for me?
A strange metallic taste fills your mouth as you stare at the intercom. There's the static again, whispering like a seashell pressed against the air.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order? My God.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
Please don't hang up.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
Wait. Is she...
Reading your words?
Michelle, just please.
Even her breathing the way she... Yeah, this is definitely not...
Why did you even...
Is this some kind of joke? The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again, crackling and echoing in the box.
Okay.
Your hands are getting cold and your breathing becomes visible, forming small silvery puffs in the air.
Can we talk now?
Ever since I... As if my mind's been wiped.
And then it hits you. She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely.
Here I
Her
thought...
sound
Yeah.
melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. From time to time, you can hear people talking in the distance, but can't make out any words. This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going. A phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds.
Anyone there?
No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then A female voice speaks out, completely different from the one before. Glorious and total somehow. Crawling inside your head. Her words are too cold to comprehend. She smells of sodium lights and rain streaks on car windows. Eyes like pilot lights watch your shape in dark hallways, guttering.
So,
She thought better, and the lieutenant cuts in, inspecting the
it was a
intercom.
recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve.
Something weird just happened to
Don't
me.
take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something weird is almost always happening to you.
Yeah, that's fair.
That is true.
I'll save that point for later. Okay.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Okay. Are you the owner of this store?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Yeah. This Dick Mullen book fell apart before I got to the end. Do you have another copy?
Oh, I'm very sorry, sir. Some of these old paperbacks just don't have the durability. I would be happy to sell you another one, but unfortunately, it's the last copy we had in stock.
Darn. Who's the little girl standing outside?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of course.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
And she's certainly very polite and helpful.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
The way you're handling it strikes me as wrong.
Mind your own business, sir. In our society, people don't get to tell each other how to raise their children. It's none of your or anyone's business.
I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labor.
You must be kidding. There's nothing like that happening.
Depends. How much do you pay the kid?
Good, sir. What does a young child do with money anyway? No, I save it for her as a fund.
Uh-huh.
Such criminal behavior would not happen in more developed countries.
Those countries will realize they've raised a lazy and spoiled generation. Are we done with the jokes now?
Yes, we've had quite enough fun here.
Alright, fine.
The woman before you scans the
I've looked at everything. I don't think there's anything new to do here. Are there any books to dig for? We've got time to burn before we have to go do
display
stuff.
rack is brimming.
Yeah, I've already done all of these. I think I found all the books in them. I guess we go to the bathroom.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only. Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
Examine the strange cage-like trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you.
A ward?
Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Hey, lady.
Hello again, esteemed officer. Goodness, You were already doing good, browsing the shelf. Everything is on the shelves. Take a look.
She smiles and nods.
Okay, there's nothing else to do. Alright, we're ripping open these curtains and we're going in.
The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
Okay.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
I'm a police officer. I need to get in there.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there.
No, but like...
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir. Thank you.
Talking is always good. Go see what she has to say. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust.
No, let's get permission first.
Hello again, esteemed officer. And I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you.
As part of a large building complex?
Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
I did buy some goddamn books.
She's so tense, it's a miracle she hasn't snapped in half yet.
Yeah, if it's just a storage room, then why are you so tense? And why do you have that strange trinket on the curtains?
It's just for decoration.
She wavers under your gaze, mouth pressed in a tight lip smile, then something breaks.
Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing.
It's cursed.
Are you happy now, officer?
It was a ward. It was a
Happy that
fucking
you've
curse
ruined
ward.
everything?
It's not... Why would you put a okay.
Host of hosts, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the curtains.
Thanks, Gobble. Ugh. How does this curse? Oh, yeah, why didn't you tell me in the first place?
To talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism. It's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
The World of Warcraft monster?
Wow. Void raves. You have new words.
I mean, I already know we're not on Earth, but...
Such wraiths may prove a formidable enemy. Suit up.
How does this curse manifest itself?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation.
Is it capitalism?
It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Hoping for something more paranatural.
But officer, there's nothing natural about entire companies declaring bankruptcy. I'm talking about cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Heard the union squeezed out all the local business fund their strike. How's your store still up and running?
It must be these very spells and wards of protection that keep me safe from all the ill
Swear to
and wicked
fucking
deeds.
God. Alright, have you sought help from anyone?
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists, and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building, even though now I fear it's not enough.
Is your pendant part of the wards as well?
Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
I hate this.
Desert pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to describe a group of people.
Yeah. Let me take the case.
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess.
I have to lie.
Stay away. Leave the spirits be.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective.
Hello again, esteemed.
Take the shot.
And welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Time to fire up the old lie machine.
I don't want to say all that. No, it's really
The woman
stupid.
before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense.
All right. Nope. I have to put a point. I don't want to put a point in drama. Come on. Ah, you're fucking killing me here. All right, we're gonna take a couple shots at this.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Came to help. I've handled paranormal situations before.
Sure. Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
I have returned from the void, a paradetective from a long line of paradetectives.
You're no paradetective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly a drinker. Pardon me for being so blunt, but...
You look like one.
Yeah.
Hey now, hey. You need the booze to focus, all right? The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook. Go ahead then, rock her world, he thinks. I'll compose some notes.
I'm not sure it drinks, but only because the spectral realm is parapsychologically taxing.
How do you know all this?
Here we go.
I'm the Void Revenant. I have the power to debat all the bad energies.
I should have realized. A pattern lies within the fabric. The hand of fate guides us. Our meeting couldn't have been mere chance. But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
Not a problem whatsoever. Your family is safe. The Phantoms are no match for me.
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
On my honor.
Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
Do
Okay.
not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Of course, the entity. I have sensed its presence.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Chimney that passes between heaven and hell, of course.
Yes, that chimney is part
I
of the
hate
building's
this.
central
I hate
curtain, and
this.
it's enormous.
I hate this
She has
woo-woo
barricaded
bullshit.
herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity.
She's literally renting an apartment and probably closed it so that you wouldn't mess with her.
What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains.
Okay.
Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in
Oh, this hurts.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Mm-hmm. Ghostly silhouettes of hair dryers. Perfect. Image on his portrait of a man. Look, Guillaume de Million, that hair poster.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Unlock the door with the key.
After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room.
Open the door. No, yeah, talk to Kim.
What is this place?
Looks like it might be the Artemitep's boxing club for young
I
athletes.
think you're right. Though it looks like no one's been here in ages.
Yeah.
I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us.
Yeah.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Okay, I'm sure it's just a regular abandoned house, nothing mysterious
Sounds
here.
good.
Sand is dripping from a punching bag. Ooh, that means you know it needs to be replaced. The Citius Fortis Citius Fortis. Shot put ball. It's worth some change. Alright. On wall bars, they look unsafe. Yeah, of course they're unsafe. Leather and sweat. Is that a full-on interactable? Okay.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
Physical instrument. Hang on. Thing I'm wearing that gives me a penalty to physical instrument? Looks like no.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
We're gonna fuck something up. Fucking called it.
You manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you
Proper weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better grip. You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then. No one does, and
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
That soon? Okay. I thought we were gonna be here for a minute.
Conjuring up an inhuman amount of strength, you raise the barbell up in the air. Your biceps tremble, but you're a savage. This is a children's game.
Oh, yeah.
A warm wave of accomplishment washes over your head as you drop the barbell to the floor.
Okay.
For a moment, it feels like you're strong enough to succeed at anything you ever set your mind to.
good technique.
I think it's this shirt. Yeah. What was my shirt? I had a different shirt on. Where'd it go? Where's my shirt? I need a shirt. That's a jacket. Where's my shirt? I had a shirt. Where did my shirt go? Oh, it's up here. I'm just stupid. All right. Let's take off this fucking necktie. Oh yeah, what are the big ones? Minus 150. Nah, I don't need that. This one gives +1 perception versus this. Sure, alright. Demijohn full of strange liquid. A dark, stuffed, and mounted. Airship rotors covered in spider webs. I love creepy mannequins. Is there any way to reach that from here? What are the clothes it used to display? That is a good question.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
The radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind? This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer. The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open. It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected.
This is where the memory should go.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered
That is
in
quite a
scribbles,
wizard.
sketches and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
No!
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of Welkins. You make out autumnal candle Welkins casting wax-based magic. Translucent Welkins with organs shining under their skin. And even ether Welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. This looks like an enormous improvement on the classic We're Out setting. Much more advanced, light years ahead. One of the Welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however. It's Vara Hamira, a high Welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them purged.
I
Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
we found so many racists here.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures.
Yeah, why would anyone spend so much time on this?
Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game.
Yeah, it's crazy. Who'd spend hundreds of hours of their life on that? God, that's so weird.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a Welcome supremacist.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
Let's move on from the Welcomes.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
Yeah, inspect the photos.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite.
Thank you,
from our
electrochemistry.
own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe." This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details." The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: Call in, Tune Out, Wirral Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe. The full text reads, "Heat Death of the Universe is the new black." Another note says, "The biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s. This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic.
How do I know what Kedron Mosaic tiles is supposed to look like?
History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
For what?
Unclear.
Yeah.
It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
Maybe an elaborate reason. Nah, you're not looking at anything medical. This is a network.
I think so. The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled The Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap.
Who's the game master?
Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency.
If it's the game, who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. A list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Muindi, Insulinda, Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Il Mara. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Yeah, the cost of Herewith alone must have been huge.
Exactly. This schedule, I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
It's just a failed business. The only question is, what the hell were they making?
Yes, that is the question.
Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together like
Ooh.
a puzzle box.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
They wanted to make an MMO.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
Through call-in stations, none of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
Ambitious.
His fascination has swept aside other concerns for the moment. He's a little hooked. Coordinating so many games would take a whole switchboard of people, possibly divided into sub-frequencies.
Mm-hmm. Everyone know that
Not
before?
to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry.
Not in Revachol West, among the ruins.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interisolary game before. We just don't have the technology.
This was a role-playing game.
Indeed. Those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with hit death thrown in.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
Anything happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Wow.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but...
Insane if they thought they could do this.
Yes, especially in here.
Yeah, around the daily room, the pipes howl and a rat crosses the floor in front of your feet.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Yeah, okay. This is where we came in from. This Emma's atelier? Slipstream logo. Keys to the Slipstream. Okay. Well, we're about to hit ad break. I'll be back in a sec. May as well save while we're here. Just in case my power goes out or something. Alright, we'll be back in like 3 minutes. We'll find out what's in this desk. And when it's something that bites us and causes harm, we'll have to worry about an infection or something. But hey, I'll be back in 3 minutes. Stretch your legs. Take a break. We're going to do the ad break thing so that people coming in don't have to deal with ads. And I'll see you in a little 3 minute. I've said that like 5 times now. Just let me go, please. There we go. Sorry. I was heating up my coffee and it took a little bit longer than I expected it to. Let's get back to this. Why did it unpause? Oh no. Alright. Oh?
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Insert the production
Like
schedule.
a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. Nothing happens. A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? The filament you have inserted into the reader.
All right.
That was a question. Have you inserted it into the core?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
So please open this thing.
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder Fortress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
No, I'm good.
Now, can you please repeat the password?
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Fortress accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to. One moment.
Rizzo Studios care.
Fortress accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
Okay.
That's not bad.
So conceptual.
Any other questions?
Cool. No, that's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow.
Leave this alone for now. Actually, no.
Tiles on the cube, the filament slides out of its glowing nest.
That way we have something to ask people about. On the coal chute above. Yeah. That's a bear. That's suspicious. Why isn't the coal chute... That's a furnace. Why is it open? It's accessible now.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Look inside.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
Fair enough.
The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
What are you doing?
I think I can hear someone talking upstairs.
Really? We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
Alright,
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Are you there? Speak to me.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
Bingo.
you hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
Alright, we've got... if we needed a fridge, this is where we'd find a
You
fridge.
see a terrifying
That's fucked up.
with a strange compartment.
We put a corpse in the belly of a grizzly
The door is
bear?
covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy? A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Thanks, Kim. It's a fridge.
Of course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge.
I can't believe we get to be the voice of reason in this moment.
Let's take a look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge. You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Hell yeah, I love fridge
A
magnets.
friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
A giant ice bear shaped fridge doing here.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
So they try to sell ice cream from this hyper carnivore?
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice.
I'd buy bear ice cream. What the
What
fuck
is
you
even
talking about?
worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Oh, absolutely. Party streamers? Ice cream maker defrosted and unplugged. Okay, so there's a hidden doorway here. Ooh! A hidden doorway? Two rusty rifles hidden above the piping. They look inoperable. Someone stuck some busted guns beneath the ceiling.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Look, there's a hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Inspect
Most
them.
of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
Looks
That's
nice.
a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
Could the murder weapon we're looking for be similar?
It's the same type of weapon, yes, a breech loader. An interesting coincidence that we should find something so similar. But I'm afraid our search for the real murder weapon must continue.
Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Yeah.
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
Ice cream maker that's still running.
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Running into the breaker box. Insane mesh tank top. Alright, we can absolutely look like A bear and a rave. Beautiful. No, let me, come on, let me just, there we go. Let's go upstairs.
This old fire, the whole thing.
Perhaps over this way? Oh, there we are. Floorboards Creek. Yep. It's full of dice.
Hello, I'm Nia.
Bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools with emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius.
That's fine.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
What do you mean by milieus?
Yes, a Milius is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
Oh, nice.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting.
Well,
I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
you must have someone else. I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need.
Oh my god.
That's why you're here, yes?
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong.
Like role-playing games, and I need some dice.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual.
It goes well, Game Goblin. It goes well. We are currently investigating a weird building inside the bookshop.
Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone.
And we found a bunch of weird stuff, so it's been good. I lifted some weights. It wasn't relevant to the investigation, but we're you know, you take your wins where you can get them.
As if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells.
All right, how did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Alright.
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Nice.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items.
What do you know about the man who's lynched behind the whirling in rags?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean a daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike. But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
That's fair. Never took your eyes off the work to look out the
I
window?
might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
It's light here, but dark in the yard at night.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
Fair enough.
This person values focus above all. She keeps her sharp sight on the instruments before her.
Do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
Alright, fair. Thank you for your answers.
Nods.
Anything else, officer?
I'd like to order a die from you.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Yeah, the Royal and Tetherfoot setting, I want to die for that.
Ah, yes. Fortress accident. It's too bad they never finished their game.
A memento, though.
The Wiro Untethered die is a variation of a standard role-playing die. Only, instead of plants, it uses motives of ice and death. And loss, of course.
Friendly!
Ice, death, loss. Sounds like you.
I'm thinking something made from alligator jawbone, cast in black resin. The reptile bone is as white as ice, and dead as, well, death. For 7 real, I could have it ready in 8 hours.
That's a fast turnaround. Yeah, that's a deal.
Great. See you in 8 hours then. Was there anything else?
That'll be tomorrow. Where are we
We're
anyway?
inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
They've been repainted. There are still signs of coal black
But
soot here
when
and
I
there.
arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Yeah, you just have to expose yourself to potentially a decent amount of hazardous
Great
material.
here. When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses.
I've heard that this place is cursed. Did you know the people called the Doomed Commercial Area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
How do you explain what happened with all those companies then?
It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
Incredibly true. Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced that the place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Yeah, the bookstore isn't doing that well. There are hardly any customers. She has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going. That's so fucked. I'm gonna say it.
Alright. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in racks? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Yeah, the whirling doesn't really look like it's cursed. There's plenty of people going in there. There's plenty of business.
And then there is me.
Knives, the carving files, the wire cutters, all sorts of stuff. All the dice making things.
I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
I'll be the first to admit there are many inconsistencies in this so-called curse.
I was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real?
It's not I'm starting to see. They're literally, no, it's just, yeah.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring. But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today? More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Nah.
Good. I hope it clarifies.
Shivers? I need to boost Shivers as much as
else?
possible. Alright. Shivers, 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 shivers. No shivers? Ah! There we go. Okay, that's not a lot. Shivers is a 3. Okay. Okay. F5. Take the shot.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here.
No.
She has begun to idly clean one of her carving tools with a dirty kerchief, the tool's sharp edge shining in the light of her desk lamp.
I'm listening. Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that.
Gotta know your audience.
You wouldn't like it either. The others would laugh at you. A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad. It's not about the haircut, it's about the confidence.
My customers have been open-minded.
Yes, it just wasn't the time yet.
Yeah, what happened to the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemiteps Boxing Club, a community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
Who is our
A
Artemitep?
kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
That's what Kuno needs.
Kuno? Who's Kuno?
He's the ginger gremlin who likes to defile some now.
Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth?
Yep.
Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid. It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
You should have known it.
God damn it.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
Alright, what's with the broken windows?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff medias.
The fuck?
Who would have guessed? And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
I'm not even asking about that. Yeah, I don't...
Yeah, don't.
Yeah. Someone makes stuffed animals? There's some mounts lying around.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
That would do it.
What drugs exactly?
No, shut up, electrochemistry.
Anything else?
Well, creepy mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came.
Insect rights activists?
Mm-hmm. The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings.
Yeah.
And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket.
And rather than give up using chitin as part of the thing, you just...
And,
alright.
naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
I don't have any brains or feelings. Like, that's not entirely true. But, like, also, making clothes out of beetle wings is a terrible fucking idea.
At least it had some spark to it.
That's true, but, like...
Most designers just combine lace with leather and call it original.
As she shifts around, you notice several dead flies on the windowsill in front of her. Legs up. They're not moving.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
What's all the rotor blades and the skis?
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
Ah, interesting. What did the transmission say?
The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Her smile once before she sees the lieutenant's face behind you.
And like that, our curse.
Yeah.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those keys and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
No, indeed not.
Maybe you could make a sword out of one. No, wait. Forget it. It would take too long.
Interfacing. What? Alright, sure, whatever.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She closed her eyes as some remnant of a memory lights up her face.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral.
Oh, so they were like Blizzard. Alright.
They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
Oh no.
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time. Well, I did hear them talking at times.
Looked at the hallway as if she can still hear them them chit-chat behind her curtains on a cigarette break.
They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
Did look quite, the project did look quite impressive.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on.
Yeah, but you gotta keep your scale reasonable.
In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic. And to show up to work on time.
Yeah, alright, fair.
Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult. Especially if you've been drinking.
I support him. The project looked great.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
She tosses a pair of dice on the table. One of them stops near the edge of the metallic desk.
The result is 1 on a 20-sided die.
Are you fucking now one on that?
Anything else?
There's a terrifying taxidermied bear in the cellar.
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here.
She smiles and leans close, her hands on her knees like a stand-up comedian ready to tell a story.
The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
What are the other
There
ideas?
was really just one. And it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Fritta does the same thing.
I know a girl just like that. She works in Frita as a cashier. She's not particularly friendly.
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Revachol ICT.
I see.
And they already had the bear.
Yeah, what about the bear?
The bear.
She repeats, pressing the slums in terms of like trying to suppress a headache. It didn't work out.
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted.
Alright.
Eventually, Revachol ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glacé 5000. Glacé 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
Yeah. I'm sure the bear was doing it to bad.
Maybe, because the taxidermist who made that bear definitely wasn't. Doing his best, I mean.
Yeah.
He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. Called it Megatherion.
Oh my fucking god.
Sounds cool.
What's a vision beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life. By telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
wise and noble beast, guiding you toward the land where the streets are paved with drugs.
I have a comment on drugs.
Understandable. You shouldn't do them. You're a police officer after all.
Mhm.
Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
Little sparkling embers under the window.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps?
I
I've
found
been here for a long time.
I found the building's intercom, but it's not working.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
Yeah, no worries.
The doorbell with the empty name card must belong to her then.
I saw a named East Delta Pinball on the doorbell. Oh yeah, and a strange thing happened when I tried calling companies named Slipstream SEA. Someone answered. I'm gonna say 1 first. Yeah.
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
Fair enough.
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center project. That explains why you can call the whirling from the intercom, albeit I doubt that anyone responds.
If the whirling is part of the same building, then it's part of the Dune commercial area.
Alright, so East Delta
Darkness
Pinball on
of
the
this
doorbell.
place is there too.
Right, it used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure, before my time. I'm not surprised, however. My advice, don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, floriography, trick track, especially pinball.
Agreed. Pinball is the worst.
Why do they hate pinball? What's special about pinball to make it such a bad idea?
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years. Are you sure it was Slipstream SEA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore.
She said she was from Tricentennial Electrics.
Tricentennial Electrics? It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
Whatever happened, keep your cool. It's probably better to admit that it was a harmless prank.
No, it was something else, something eerie.
Pranks can be eerie.
She's still convinced there's nothing to be worried about.
The kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No solidarity.
Actually, the Slipstream SEA mystery might be a recording. I called again later and got exactly the same message.
Why would Slipstream SEA have a 100-year-old recording as their doorbell message? Doesn't make any sense.
You could look up Disco Elysium Novelty Dice Maker.
I'm still convinced it was nothing more than some elaborate prank.
My money is on electrical anomaly. I've heard of these, especially in an old building like this.
Fair enough. Yeah. That's
Sure,
building.
I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else? Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die? Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
It doesn't say. And she didn't give us a name.
Aside from getting naked, you're not sure what else to do. The building.
Oh, it's you again. Are you...
Aside from getting naked, you're...
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking... Oh, it's you again. Are you...
Aside from getting naked.
Thanks. No, I want this one.
It's you again. Are you looking for a duck?
Aside from getting...
Maybe
Oh, it's you again. Are you
A gust of cold air sweeps through the chimney. The stones and minerals on the shelves rattle as though agitated. For a moment, it almost feels as though you're outside the building, exposed to the atmosphere.
It's still just a theory, but hear me out. I think I know why your business hasn't failed.
Didn't we already talk about this?
Because you're not in the same building as the others. This isn't technically the doomed commercial area.
What are you talking about? My address is exactly the same. Rue de Saint-Guilain 10.
No, the old coal plant that used to be here was subsumed into the new venture. Its ruins swallowed up. Yet it has a different address in the heart of the city.
Yeah, this used to be a coal plant. You're in a chimney of another building.
This doesn't make any sense.
She looks around the makeshift nest that she has carved out for herself, bewildered.
Are you saying my business was spared because of a technicality? Where is this coming from?
It has a different address in the heart of the city.
And what? Does it mean that I'm safe from failure?
I mean, no one's ever really safe from failure.
She starts laughing, her fingers trying to rub away the exhaustion from her face.
What?
Do you know what this is?
It's metal shining on an index finger. Looks like a really piece of jewelry to me.
It's a mourning ring. I made this when my first company failed. It was a small jewelry shop right here in the East Delta Commerce Center, built with the little I inherited from my parents. I drove it into the ground within a year. I didn't have what you would call a viable business plan. It wasn't just a jewelry shop either. I always thought that it was just the world that you were supposed to try again and again until you finally succeed. And now you're telling me what? That it was all because I didn't run my little shops and ventures from a dump inside an abandoned chimney?
Okay, you've made it nice and cozy here.
Yeah. Or maybe it's the entire world that's cursed. It's such a precarious place. Nothing ever works out the way you want it. That's why people like role-playing games. You can be whoever you want to be, you can try again. Still, there is something inherently violent even about dice rolls.
Sure, a little bit.
It's like every time you cast a die, something disappears. Some alternative ending, or an entirely different world.
Picks up a pair of dice from the table and examines them under the light.
But anyway, thanks for sharing your theories, officer.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Wait, nope, this is the way. I'll remember my... Come on. Come on. That's not a path? Okay. That's right, it's destroyed. This place is scary. Anyway, also, let me, get rid of the flashlight so I'm not just blasting that in people's faces.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there?
Dark.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
How was it?
There's a charnel house of failed business enterprises leeching life energy from this bookstore.
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us. But what else did you find?
Indeed, her name is Neha, and she's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
No, I have felt her horror. She's not the one to blame for this curse.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom?
She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her.
The source of the din detectives room shop. He became involved in the dark, starting the dark somewhere. He brought the void spirit down upon this place.
Oh, how horrid! I knew something wasn't right about that place. Tell me, did you find a way to break the curse?
I called upon the spirit of Guillaume de Million to banish the curse in a flash of disco brilliance.
Guillaume Le Million? The singer who made that awful face? Well, I do see the resemblance.
I'm very sorry.
All that matters is that the energies are retreating. I can already feel the curse lifting. It will be a long time until we're fully free of it, of course, but still.
I didn't think engaging in charlatanism was going to be a thing that we do regularly in this game, but here we are.
Truly, you've brought a better self-illumination to this humble bookstore, and that's no small achievement.
All right, then. All's well that ends well. Should we return to our ordinary lives?
Yes. Let's get the fuck out of this building. How far away are we? We are so close to a level up. Holy shit. Alright, cool. It's also 4 o'clock in game. We gotta wait. Hang on. There's two things that are time-based. There's, the 9 o'clock. And then, the Wednesday section. Yeah, we can pick up this in the Wednesday section. Joyce's info on the lynching. We have to do shit for her now. Pissing competition. Lazarus. Thing with the call reporting the crime. This might take some time. That's fair. Sing karaoke. Find a way into the secret passage. Let's do it.
You see a heavy steel door. The door does not. You see the door does.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
My authority is 2. We never talked. You promised you'd cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Why didn't you push me some more and find out, Gimp?
You gonna let him talk to me like that, Titus?
Let's see. Yeah, I guess I am, you big pussy. The old man sent word you'd be around again. That's the reason I'm being so forthcoming with you. Don't wear it out.
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
I want to talk about the hanging again. Yeah, establish authority. I have to get a 16. I have to get a perfect 12 on it. Talk about the hanging again.
Again. Just get the dead guy's autograph.
Good one, Titus.
Alright, fuck it then.
About fucking time.
Nothing that boosts authority. Alright, that's fair. That's fine. Now, what else do we got? Call the station's Lazarus. I'm sorry, your health issues. I mean, the other cops are already here, then we might as well. Alright, let's fucking do this.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out tool. As you tap on the gauge,
No, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They are also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Can we ask CP about the serial number?
Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Betancourt, sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Semenine conflict. So, it seems the armor went to Semenine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
You know what's called now?
The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Trinell, and the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
Okay.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
Yeah, a suit of armor least would have been customized to fit the wearer. There must be a record of the person to whom it was issued.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
Alice, you are my fucking hero.
This is a fun challenge for her, an opportunity to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll gladly put in the extra effort for Team RCM.
Thank you, Alice. I really appreciate your efforts in this case.
Glad to help. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have more for you then.
Oh my god, that's fantastic. I need to contact my station, the 41st Lazarus.
It will take just a moment, officer.
Sure.
Her voices fade out into the familiar radio static.
Gottlieb, what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
Well, the people are worried about me.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, I've lost my memory, you know who I am?
Yes, there's no end to the misfortunes fate has seen fit to rain upon me.
Yeah, sure, but can you tell me about myself as in who I am?
Who? You are? You lost your human visage a while back. Now let's get on with it. I've got more important things to do.
Yeah, I've lost my memory, like all of it.
With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised.
You're not... Okay, anything else?
What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side. You've got a whole new life now. Use it wisely.
This man does not give a fuck about me.
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you or doesn't care.
I think I've had a heart attack? We don't know for sure that we've had a heart attack. Is there anything you can do for me?
What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body?
Want the truth.
You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not a retirement home. We don't have the funds to deal with rock stars past their prime. And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I got work to do. Some idiot has glued his eyelids shut with cyanoacrylate. It looks like Mactorson.
It's not fucking cryoactylate. It's super glue, Doc.
I guess that's it for now. Actually, I think I've had a heart attack.
And you survived it. Even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that. Officers your age have coronary trouble all the time. Also, death
is a natural part of life.
I'm just gonna do this one because he doesn't give a fuck. I don't want to hear what he says.
Look, pal, getting pumped and dumped is not a disease. People live through it all the time. You should be happy for her.
Do you know who this person was? Who I told you?
You must have me confused for a close personal friend. I am not. I am a medical professional with a constant idiot emergency.
It does sound like you deal with people who maybe have altogether 2 brain cells to rub together between the 50 of them.
One needs tending to right now, he thinks, looking around the room. God, these apes. You hear someone whine in the background. My eye, Doc, my eye.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Nope, thank you.
57th, over and out.
Cool.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
No, we're leaving. Righteous Self-Critique only has like an hour and a half left, so that's cool. I don't need to level anything up yet. Call us back in a day for more info on the armor's owner.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
I've seen his eyes. Empathy? Don't know if there's clothing that's going to boost empathy. I don't think I have anything that boosts empathy. I think I have the armor which reduces empathy. Nothing that boosts it though, yeah. Anywhere else I can get some clothes or anything that might boost this? Because I don't think the drugs are going to do it. Gonna be honest with you.
You keep coming back.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
Composure? I really just need to start memorizing these. Aww. Oh, buddy. Oh, you want pets, buddy? Hey, buddy. Hey. I love you. How much have I boosted composure already? None. Alright, perfect. Let's take a second shot at this one.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes. Keep saving that economy.
No good. All you can come up with are some treated wool pants. You can tell they're too tight around your thighs and too loose around the waist.
You keep coming back. That's good.
Something cold.
I failed on a 92%, by the way.
Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker.
I'm tempted to just fucking hack this whole save and give myself like super fucking stats or some shit. Because of just how garbage the luck is for me in this game.
Different typefaces.
Like, I'm tempted. I'm not doing it yet, but if this shit continues, I might.
Possibly because of the awful typeface.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir. Gotta prepare for springtime, right?
Yeah.
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
I'll try to be more economically
Very
conscious.
cool.
Already did this one, right?
Shine on these.
Yep. Nope. We're good. Oh, we're like a minute away from ad break. All right. I'll save once more. Go back to the pause menu. All right. I will see you all in like 3-ish minutes. Enjoy some game chops. Stretch your legs. Get some food. Do what you got to do. All right. See you in a bit. More like pet this cat. Yeah, you're just a little fluffy baby. You're just a little fucking baby. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? I've picked you up now. You're just gonna purr about it? Alright. Okay, I'm actually gonna turn off the mic now. Okay. I made it back. I shoved an entire bagel in my face in the meantime. So that I don't die of starvation or anything. Let's continue, shall we? I still have many hours. Numerous hours to get through things and figure out what the fuck we're doing here. This dude.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Oh, this bullshit.
The Coldima Madakwa. Sorry, I would never have guessed that you were that interested in ultrasonic sounds. Or birds, for that matter.
I would have guessed that you know what the Coldima Madakwa is.
That's fair. It's been a long time since my Coldima Madakwa hunting days. Once knew a group of young musicians who decided they didn't want to play music anymore and started looking for all kinds of interesting sounds instead.
Oh, cool.
This was before, lost touch with them after.
Yeah, when you
all
were
of
in the
that.
radiation control stuff, yeah.
Cool or not, one of them was obsessed with recording the Coldima Madakwa. And he was one of those passionate people who know a lot about all kinds of strange things. So he got the rest of us to join in his search.
And he died, didn't he?
We thought we did. We got together all these recordings of unusual sound patterns, compared them, cut them up and combined them into the Symphonia Coldima Madakwa.
Can I listen to it?
Unfortunately, I don't have any recordings from my old life. None at all. But I do have a tape with some ultrasonic sounds that might be what you're looking for.
Okay.
Do we really have time for this?
Yes, it's absolutely necessary for my research. Spin that bird song.
This recording comes from down the coast. Keep in mind, I have to slow this one down enough to make sounds well over 200 kilohertz audible to the human ear. It will be strange.
The fuck?
As the hum grows louder, modulating but always unnaturally uncomfortably low, like it's coming not from the speakers, but also from inside your chest. Breathing is becoming difficult. Not good, not good. You're about to start suffocating. You have to stop this. He nods to you, reassuringly, just as more diverse, higher-pitched sounds, some random, some appearing to form patterns, hit your eardrums.
Gulls and skewers. But
He raises his pointer finger and inclines his head toward the speakers. A new, very high-pitched shivering sound emerges amidst the others.
That's it. The signal in the noise. The thin whisper. A low range of sounds is easier to handle with a focal point, but still troubling. You are mesmerized by the sounds, but also feel nausea welling up as the motif continues, then begins to recede, dissolving in what must be the sound of water lapping at the bank.
now that I've listened to it on these new speakers, it's not the Coldima Madakwa. Wrong patterns, wrong photons. Probably some insect trying to sing higher than its predators can hear. Still, fascinating, aren't they? Early morning sounds.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits.
Shit, alright. I need 700? Fuck.
Yes?
Nah. Do I want to shoot for this? Hang on, do I want to shoot for the sandwich?
It is such a pleasure to see you again, officer.
Rhetoric. I don't think I have anything that boosts rhetoric. Penalizing rhetoric, but I don't have any boosts to rhetoric. Hang on, I have to put on my talking shoes. No, I ain't got shit. Alright. Fair enough. What the fuck else can we do? Come on. Footprints in the dust. Where are those? Church doors. The church has doors? Acel, legendary. White envelope, logic medium. Measurehead. Damaged ledger. Footprints in the dust. Where is it? Travel to it. Let me go there. What is it? Why don't you tell me anything more about where it is? I'm not seeing where it is. Alright, those on white are available to try now. Well, visual calculus. That's an electrochemistry roll. I could take a shot at it. Mostly I just want to wait. I just got time to pass until... Oh, let her know that her husband's gonna be fine.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
I found her husband on the
Goodness.
coast.
How is he? Did he say why he hasn't returned yet?
No.
He's fine, ma'am. As we had suspected, he couldn't get back earlier because the water lock on the canal was broken.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's just finishing up some work.
Oh, yes. That's my Morel. He's bound to catch a cold staying out there for so long.
Mm-hmm.
But I am so relieved to hear that he's okay. Thank you for putting an old woman's heart at ease, if even a little.
You haven't, however. There are dangers out there. Our aging body's foul. Her heart...
Yeah.
Yes? What is it?
Alright, cool. Are we or are we not from the same police station?
God damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bullshit to yourself and be professional for once, for fuck's sake.
Can I actually help you with something?
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you would remember if they were, right? Who forgets their squad mates? That's not possible.
Okay, that's fucked. I'll do that one in the evening before I go to bed in-game. What are some other checks that we can do? Damaged ledger. Damaged ledger looks like it's in... Oh, is that in my inventory? That might be what it is. From the fridge, interact with it.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Okay.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Fair enough.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sully Swaff.
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here.
Maybe they leave
That's
in
a
a hurry.
plausible hypothesis.
Oh,
It
memory.
belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's
Mhm.
like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
It's like the production schedule you found. Only this one's an off-site copy.
Mm-hmm. Little ginger kid.
Really? You don't have a single guess?
You mean Kuno?
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on the filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
Yeah. Do you have any idea where
don't
that is?
know.
Yeah.
I assume it's...
Didn't you see one right next to the breaker box?
Yeah.
A police badge on which you see
We've already done that. Damaged ledger is also here.
it's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Gross. Boosts to logic. I know we can penalize logic. Come on. Give me another boost to it. Come on. No? Okay, well, is there anything that I'm wearing that gives me a penalty to logic? Doesn't look like it. Alright. I'll continue to wear this motherfucker. Why not?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip. Then it's proving to be harder than expected. You just...
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I missed a 92. I missed a 72. I fucking hate it here.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board. It's proving to be harder than...
It's fine. It's fine.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of... Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB41. Then, date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the next world mural. 41 is your precinct. It's safe to say those are the initials of the officer
Thank you for the hydrant in the
responsible
stretch.
for the case. Your initials.
I fucking swear to God. I fucking swear to God.
Harrier Dubois.
Yep.
HDB. Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still. Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse. Handwritten logs on dozens of investigations date back to January 51. Stamped case files. Commit to paper. These are your last couple of months in Revachol, Precinct 41, Jamrock Quarter.
Yes, how very childish of you. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
You have a case called the Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself.
Kim, what the fuck?
I pray his loved ones never find out.
Yeah, what happened to him?
Rail spike through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Smell the ledger.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. You know, like the bits they put into public piss bowls, probably called Fermi Discrete, or Axel, or something. At some point in its journey, the ledger has seen the inside of a public toilet.
I know, yeah, Sylvia already told me.
If you knew it was dunked in the toilet before getting chucked into the trash, why are you sniffing it?
Maybe it's my fetish? Everything. No. The option sniff was there,
So you wanted to get in on the trash toilet stink collab. Find out what happens when those two get funky together.
Are you angry with me now?
Yeah. Turns out your nose doesn't like self-indulgent literal shit huffing. Kel fucking surprise. Come on, no more. The ledger is going back down, away from your nose.
Oh my god. Oh, that's so stupid. I love it.
It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Which one do you want? This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne. Cause of failure, rent too high. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class." People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell lectures have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the Next World mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown.
Never find out who came up with it?
The case files do not show you finding the author of the design.
Alright.
The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villalobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between 2 options. A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world for new people, and it is too late for us.
Well, the remains of the wreak havoc on the middle class.
In any case, it appears to have been a rare case of civil activity in the quarter, and agreement as well. What do you want to tackle next?
Well, we're trying to burn time, so... you know what? I'm not going to make you all listen to all these.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Oh, I don't think that bagel was anywhere near enough. I require food. All right. Let's find something to. White envelope. I have a white envelope. Okay, maybe I have a white envelope on me. Interacts. This one.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum. All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
What am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair.
What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
How does it feel?
Humid. Your coat shields you from the rain while the city shivers around you.
What is the west?
Sheets of rain over the water. A flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinaise with its motorboats and
This man's voice is so fucking good.
The ruins of a half-sunken
Jesus
seafort
Christ.
crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky. Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. At least we are dressed for it. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, it's real good. Hey. I'm gonna save here. Yeah. Yeah, I need food. That's my own damn fault, but I need food. I should end it here for now. If I'm streaming tomorrow or Thursday, either way, it will be more Control. If I'm streaming both, then I might alternate Control and this. Or I might just play a whole bunch of Control because it's a faster paced game. And, people seem to enjoy that. Let's get a raid going. I have a pretty good idea of who I want to raid. I don't have a perfect, but I have a pretty good idea who I want to raid. Let's see if you're still on. Did you start recently or later? Concerned by that. I'll leave that one alone until, unless we need like a backup. Come on, Twitch. You can do it. Okay, maybe not that. All right. We're gonna raid a merfolk. They're playing Cult of the Lamb, which I know people enjoy. We're gonna go say hi to Kalia. Go ahead and just, you know, shout out Grumraid if you're still hanging out. I know there's only like, it says 4 people. Yeah, all right. Well, anywho, I'll be back either tomorrow and or possibly Thursday. Definitely Thursday, but actually the odds are pretty good tomorrow because I think most of my other stuff has been caught up and taken care of. And Control is just a fun game, so that'll be it. That'll be nice. It'll be nice. It'll be nice. But yeah, I might start stream a little earlier. I might start. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. But anyway, until next time, take care. And of course, try not to die. That's all I can ask of you. I am going to go make myself some food. Oh my god. I require food so badly. Be good to yourselves.